Hello, my flourishing first graders. It's Miss Chaniwa back to do some more math with you today. I'd like to get us started with a little bit of a brain teaser. If you have the paper that goes along with today, you can follow along with what I'm doing. Take a look at the picture that I put on the screen. Which one doesn't belong? Which one is different? The thing that Miss Chaniwa loves about which one doesn't belong is there's no right answer. You could have chosen any of these squares. Maybe you chose this one because you noticed that it's the only one that shows a doubles fact, 7 plus 7. Maybe you chose this one because you noticed that it's the only one that doesn't have a sum or total of 14. Whichever one you chose, take a moment now to write about it on your paper. Finish up your thinking. We'll come back together in 10 seconds. Want to play a fun counting game? It's really easy. All you got to do is tell Miss Chaniwa how many Lincoln cubes am I holding. Ready? Count out loud. 1, 2, 5. Did Miss Chaniwa trick you? I try to be a tricky trickster sometimes. This is 5. How many is that? 6. 10. Very nice. Now Miss Chaniwa is going to try to trick you up. Ready? Instead of counting each cube by ones, now let's pretend that each cube is 10. If this is 10, how much is this? You're right, that's 20. 10, 20. Can you keep going? 40. 70. Good. $40, $60, $100. Turn and talk to someone at your table or write about it if you want. How did counting by ones help us when we changed to counting by 10? What was the same or what was helpful between those two? Finish up your thinking. We'll come back together in 10 seconds. Okay, first graders, by the end of today, I want you to be able to say, I can solve a story or picture problem. Here are some words that you're going to hear me say a lot today. I want to make sure that we all know what they mean. Today, we're going to talk a lot about part. When you have a part, you have some, but not all. Today, we're going to talk about what it is to add. When you add, you have two or more parts that you put together to make a whole. We'll also talk about what it means to subtract. When you subtract, you have a whole and you're taking part away, and you'll have part left over. Today, we're going to be doing story problems again. As we're working, I want you to keep these questions in mind. How can we tell whether a problem is asking us to add or to subtract? And what strategies make an addition or subtraction problem easier? All right, focused first graders, are you ready for our first problem? The first question we will answer together sounds like this. I squeezed 3 lemons to make a pitcher of lemonade, but it is not enough. I need 11 lemons for the pitcher. How many more lemons do I need to squeeze? Well, you know that Miss Shaniwa loves to show her thinking using manipulatives. So today, we're going to try using our Braining Camp manipulatives. If you've never signed into Braining Camp, you'll find it in your Clever. It looks just like this. Ms. Chaniwa suggests that you put a red heart next to it so it pops up right up at the top. Okay. When you click into Braining Camp, you'll see all the different manipulatives that you're used to using at school to help you do math, but now they're right on your computer so you can use them at home. Aren't you lucky, fabulous first graders? Okay, so for today, let's use the Reckon Recs to help us. Have you ever used a Reckon Rec at school? All right, so our question says, I squeezed 3 lemons to make a pitcher of lemonade. So I'm going to show 3 lemons on my Reckon Rec. It says, but it is not enough. I need 11 lemons for the pitcher. So I'm looking and I need to be able to make some more or show some more lemons. I'm going to click here where it says number of rows, and I'm going to add a few more rows. So I just have 1, but I'll use 3 this time. Uh-oh, my picture went away. Those are my 3 lemons. Okay. I need to make 11. So here is 10. I know that because on the Reckon Rec, each row has 10. And 1 more. 10 and 1 is 11. Now my question asks, how many more lemons do I need to squeeze? How many more lemons do I need to go from 3 to 11? The strategy that Ms. Chaniwa would use to solve this problem is make a 10. Because when I look at the Reckon Rec, it's really easy how to see how to make a 10. If the whole row has 10 and there are 3 here, then these on the other side are my partner to make 10. So to go from 3 to 10, I know I need 7. I know my partner is to 10. And I know that 11 is just 1 more than 10. So I just need 1 more. 7 and 1 is 8. So to get from 3 to 11, I need 8. And I can do that by making a 10. If you're not super comfortable with your partners to 10, you can also just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 makes the difference between 3 and 11. Take a moment now to write your answer on your paper in a sentence. I need 8 more lemons. Finish up your thinking. We'll come back together in 10 seconds. Okay, forward thinking first graders, ready for another one? Let's do this one together. Some giant sea turtles were swimming toward the shore. 6 stopped to rest. There were 9 turtles still swimming. How many sea turtles were swimming toward the shore at the start? Let's go back to our Reckon Rec to help us to see this problem. Some giant sea turtles were swimming toward the shore. 6 stopped to rest. Because I know my partners to 10, it's really easy for me to show 6 on the Reckon Rec because I know I need to split it here because 6 and 4 makes 10. So I will just move these over really quickly. 6 that stopped to rest. There were 9 turtles still swimming. I know my partner's to 10. 9 and 1 is 10, so I leave 1 there. Perfect. How many sea turtles were swimming toward the shore at the start? Well, do I need to put these together to see how many there were all together? Or do I need to take these apart, figure out the difference between the ones that stopped and the ones that kept swimming? You're right. We're going to add because the question wants me to say how many were swimming all together? How many started off? Okay. Let's use our doubles facts to help us solve this one. Okay. Do you see where there are doubles on our Reckon Rec? If we look right here, I see 2 groups of 6 and then some more. We'll count those on in a moment. Do you know your doubles fact for 6? What's 6 plus 6? Really quick. 12. Let's count on to see how many altogether. 6 and 6 makes 12, 13, 15. Exactly. So take a moment now to write on your page your answer in a complete sentence. How many sea turtles were swimming toward the shore at the start? There were 15 turtles. Finish up your thinking. We'll come back together in 10 seconds. Okay, fearless first graders, here is your last question. This one I want you to try on your own, and then Miss Chinawa will come back and we'll check to see if we got the same answer. The question says, a pet store has 7 rabbits for sale. The pet store has 11 more frogs than rabbits. How many frogs does the store have? Take a moment to solve the problem on your paper. got 1 minute left to work. Finish up your thinking. We'll come back together in 10 seconds. Ready to check your thinking? A pet store has 7 rabbits for sale. How did you show that? Did you know your partners to 10 fact? That makes it really easy. The pet store has 11 more frogs than rabbits. Well, we practiced showing 11. That one should be really easy. How many frogs does the store have? Did you think we needed to add or subtract? We needed to add to figure out how many frogs all together. How did you solve this one? I noticed that I have a full row of 10 here. So that means I can use a 10 plus fact. 10 plus fact are my facts that help me to do my teen numbers. So I have 10 plus 7, and I know that's 17. And then I can just add this last one here really quickly. 17 plus 1 is 18. If you didn't get the same answer as Miss Chiniwa, that's okay. Take a minute now to go back and fix it. And make sure you write your answer in a complete sentence. Finish up your thinking. We'll come back together in 10 seconds. So we can use strategies like making a 10, using our doubles facts, and using our 10 plus facts to make it easier for us to add and subtract. I told you our goal for today was to be able to say, I can solve a story or a picture problem. What do you think? Thumbs up means yes, Miss Shania, we met our goal. Thumbs in the middle means kind of, but I might still have a few questions. And thumbs down means, Miss Shania, I'm still very confused. I need more help from my teacher or my parents. What do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs in the middle, or thumbs down? I see lots of thumbs up. Fantastic. Kiss your brains, you fantastic first graders. You have done some excellent mathematical thinking today, and I am so proud of you. If you'd like to continue your thinking, I've got a challenge for you. Sam and Ellie were playing with toy cars. Sam has some toy cars. Ellie has 2 more cars than Sam. How many cars could they each have? How many cars could they have all together? How do you know your answer makes sense? What other answers can you find? You could spend some time writing on your paper using words, pictures, and numbers to show your thinking. There's lots of answers, so don't just stop at one. Take a few minutes now to get started working on this problem. It's okay if you don't finish. Remember, there are lots of answers. If there's a grown up nearby and they've got a cell phone that can take pictures, ask them to snap a picture of the screen so you can keep working even after we're done. Thank you so much for working with me. I can't wait to see you again next time. Bye.